Jordan Bianchi, The Athletic. A couple of playoff drivers, Hamlin, Blaney, said over the final couple laps, they kind of had one eye on winning the race, obviously, but also kind of the bigger picture of the points. And I'm wondering what your mindset was in those laps, especially because you were in a little bit different point spot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know where we were as far as our point. I mean, I thought we got some pretty decent stage points throughout the day. So I don't know where we were, but I just felt like that was, when we took the green there for the restart, I thought my opportunity to win was to get up in the top lane. It was certainly a risky move, but I felt like we had accumulated a decent number of stage points throughout the day, so it made me feel a little better about moving up there and trying to give myself a shot to win. I just didn't think I was going to be able to win from the third lane in the bottom row with that few laps left. So I just thought that was my shot. Fortunately, I moved up there. It gave me a great shove for that lap and a half, and it was far enough ahead to hold Ryan off there at the line.
All right, additional questions for Chase? Okay, go to the back, please.
Dominic Otto going with the racing experts at ESPN Radio Albuquerque. Just want to get your thoughts on tying not only your current teammate Kyle Larson, but former teammates Casey Kane and Jeff Bodine on the L10 wins list at 18.
Didn't know that. So that's really cool. It's kind of hard to believe, honestly. I mean, 18. I'm super proud of that, honestly. Just knowing how hard one was, to have 18 now is really special. So I would love to keep adding to that, obviously, as time goes on, but very grateful for the 18 that we have, and proud of our team. It's been the same team for the most part. Been some changes in there, but Alan and Tom and myself, at the 9 team, we've been, and Eddie, have been there the whole way, so that's a special thing, and proud that we've been able to grow together and give ourselves that many opportunities to grab checkered flags. So hopefully we get some more.
All right, we're gonna come up front for some additional questions. We'll go to Jeff and then Holly, please.
A couple questions about the last lap. First of all, like with Jones, were you having to drag the brake, or how did you stay connected with him so well for that long?
That was all on him. He was able to give me a really good shove. I didn't feel like I did anything special. I think just the timing of how he got connected, and the two guys on the bottom were also connected, so they weren't aggressively side drafting us, trying to pull us apart. It was just good timing, but honestly, he did a really good job. I mean, I think he deserves a ton of credit for that. Obviously, I'm very thankful that he was that committed to me for the last lap and a half. I have a lot of respect for Eric. I've raced with him long enough to trust him, in that situation, to not turn me around, and we certainly pushed right to the limit. So it was a handful, but that's kind of what you have to do in those scenarios, and I thought he balanced that well.
And then the other part is, so you get a pretty big shove out there, like you got left out there on your own. Did you feel like coming to the line, like, okay, you had enough distance that you were going to be able to cover them, or were you worried like, oh crap, like I got out too far here?
I was certainly concerned, but when I saw the 34 come unconnected from the 12 there in turn 4, and I thought that was my opportunity, so I tried to get down and pull Ryan back as hard as I could and get away and try to get clear. I thought that was my safest place to be. And then when they got side by side again, I thought I was a little worried about getting out there too far. When they got side by side for just that brief period of time, I thought that was enough for me to make it. But I knew it was probably going to be close, and Ryan was going to have such a big run. I didn't really know how I was going to block it, so just try to waste as much time as I could, and hope I got to the line first.
All right, we'll go to Holly.
Congratulations, Chase. Racing Ryan, you guys are such good friends. Does that help you at all when you're competing against him? Do you kind of know maybe what he may or may not do? What is just kind of the dynamic like on that? Because this isn't the first time, the two of you guys have settled a race.
Yeah, I mean, obviously know Ryan very well, but I don't know what move he's going to make, in that particular scenario. And a lot of times I don't know that even as a driver you do until you kind of get faced with it and you have to make a quick choice as to what you think is the right decision at that time. But I'm not smart enough to put all that together and stay ahead of him for sure. But just try to make the right decisions based on the information and the things that I see as quickly as possible and hope for the best.
So at that time, you guys aren't, obviously, you're not friends at all. There's no added benefit to you knowing him as well as you do.
Yeah, we're still friends, but we also both want to win, so, and I think we both get that. We've always had a really, really respectful friendship on the racetrack, but also a very good understanding of our jobs and what's at stake, on Sundays.
All right, we're gonna go in the back to Justin and then up front, please.
Yeah, Justin Schuler kicking the tires. First off, have you talked with Alex at all and know if he's able to come back to the Roval at all?
I talked to him, after I heard about everything, but obviously I have no idea what his status is, and certainly not going to speculate on that.
And then obviously you've raced with Noah Gragson in the Cup Series a few times with him racing for colleague and Beard, but now as a teammate for the first time, what was that experience like? I don't think you guys really connected on track, but what was that experience like leading up to the start of the race?
Yeah, it was good. I know Noah just from his time at JRM and obviously my history there. And then, some of his Cup races, too, and I thought he did a good job. I thought he was making good decisions. Really, just as a whole, I thought everyone was pretty smart about the things that they were doing today and kind of understood where the line was and what we could get away with and what we couldn't. So that was nice. I wish that would continue, at these places, but I'm sure it won't. But I just thought it was a really good race. Everybody kind of understood where that boundary was and just live within it, and it put on a really good show all the way to the the finish line.
All right, we're gonna come up front, please.
Hi, Jason. Congratulations. You talked about a race where there weren't many cautions, relatively clean race, lots of lead changes. What are your thoughts about the race in general? Like you said, no boundaries. It was a clean race, and it was really exciting for the fans to watch.
Yeah, like I said, I thought it was a good show, and another close finish right there at the start finish line. It's not much more you can ask for, really.
All right, we're gonna go to Dustin.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. Certainly, Chase, you've been through the ups and downs of the playoffs, but I'm curious, just this particular playoffs with how things have gone, has that challenged you in any other way that others haven't? I think this has probably been as much of a swing as what you've had in the last few years in terms of the playoffs from race to race, and is winning as much a relief because of the unknown of the ups and downs, and you don't have to worry as much about next week.
Yeah, I feel like I've been doing this long enough now to understand that the roller coaster that is racing is gonna roll on, right? And you either learn to ride it during the good days and during the bad days too, or you don't. And that's just part of the deal. So yeah, just try to ride the wave. Had a bad week last week, had a good week this week. Obviously, great to move on, into the next round and to get 6 more bonus points. So all those things are fantastic, and we're super proud of that. But this deal can humble you. We can go to the round of 8 and crash again like we did the first 2 rounds, or you can go in there and maybe have a really good first race. I don't know. You just show up prepared and do the best you can and figure it out from there.
All right, any final questions for Chase? Okay, we're gonna take one final question up front.
Given that you've won half the races at the Roval that have ever been won, you being so good there, did that factor into maybe rolling the dice and making the move that you made there at the end?
No. I was just trying to think in the moment as to what I felt like I could do, be smart, and give myself a shot to win today. Yeah. So I wish I could piece things together that far ahead, but I just don't have it in me.